Good morning, me again. I find that I try not to get hooked into daytime TV, but being self-employed and semi-retired, I am known to indulge myself perhaps a bit too often. Although I'm a great lover of well-known Christian news presenter and football pundit Dan Walker, last Saturday morning I found my lack of love for football making me turn over to BBC Two. And there was a fascinating programme about dinosaurs. It was probably intended for children with its digitally enhanced imagery. But then Professor Brian Cox was on, marvelling at the universe and its ever-changing development over thousands of millions of years. And he said something that really struck me. And it was this, or something like this. We can no longer see that first light that came. He's talking about the beginning of time. But we can seek it out if we know where and how to look. Professor Cox is a humanist and is a distinguished supporter of Humanists UK. In June 2019, Cox explained that he cannot be sure there is no God and that science cannot answer every question. I really admire someone who is as honest about their position in the way that Brian Cox is. He's a reminder that our faith needs foundations. Blind belief is not enough. Faith is much more than that. Something that another rather prominent scientist needs to learn, perhaps. Richard Dawkins, writer of many books, including The God Delusion, which is a rant against anyone who believes in God, fails to be investigative and scientific, but just angrily rants against anyone who dares to think outside of his particular scientific box. And I use inverted commas around scientific. If our faith is real, then it should not be afraid of the scientific probe. The third scientist I want to mention this morning is Reverend John Polkinghorne, Anglican priest and scientist. A Somerset boy, he was born in Weston-super-Mud in 1930, and I just want to read the opening sentences of the introduction to his book, a favourite of mine, The Polkinghorne Reader, which is an anthology of his many writings. A vegetarian butcher. That's the combination some people think analogous to someone being both a scientist and theologian. Yet John Polkinghorne is just that, a physicist and a priest. Combining the two in one person is likely to arouse curiosity and perhaps suspicion. Polkinghorne believes that together both science and theology provide a particularly good vision of the world, like the two scopes of a pair of binoculars that work in tandem to improve vision. Science and religion offer essential perspectives for the great quest for truth. That's my thought for the day. Think about what is your faith based upon, and what are the scientific challenges to it and to the Bible. Try to think it through, not just today, but always. Amen.